For the first time in 5 years, U.S. Department of Education is beginning collections on defaulted student loans. What's that mean? What do you do? I've got that info and more coming up. My name is Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. It's a hot topic for a lot of reasons, guys. I know it's got, it's political and it's moral and it's like it's values. It's also financial, okay? And so news just recently announced the U.S. Department of Education is going to begin collections, renew or kind of begin again collections on defaulted student loans, okay? And this is something that was on pause since COVID, since March of 2020. And there's been all sorts of issues with student loans. We've got a student loan debt crisis, and we haven't solved it yet. We have an education crisis. This is why it's a financial issue, and we're gonna obviously focus on that. But why it's so we're all so passionate about it is getting an education is just so vital to developing the skills and having the opportunity to use your human capital and to get skills and be able to add value and earn a living. And yet at the same time, over the past several decades, the cost of a college education has far outpaced inflation over the past few decades. And so therefore, where do we make up that gap? So it's outpaced inflation, it's outpaced wage growth. And so where is it made up? Well, if you sort of need it for opportunity, but the resources for many people haven't been planned for or haven't been set aside, well, it's been borrowed, and there haven't been a lot of restrictions on and limitations on borrowing because you want to give everyone an opportunity. And so here we are, and there's no real easy way out. And so those individuals, when then student loan repayments started a while back, if you didn't restart, you're now delinquent or you're behind or you're in default, your collections are going to begin on those defaulted delinquent loans starting May the 5th. Who does this impact? Well, if you've got student loans and you restarted your payment after the forbearance and you've restarted your payment and you're making payments, then you're all set. Doesn't impact you, and I'd encourage you, make sure that you attack that goal in the right ratio or proportion to your other financial goals. For some people, it's a very high priority. Get that thing off my back, and therefore work with your CFP, list out all of your goals, work on your budget, and figure out, all right, how can we really attack this goal and get those student loans paid off as quickly as possible. Others might say, well, nope, that's a high priority, but I've got other financial goals that are even a higher priority, and therefore making sure that you've got the right amount carved out in your budget to attack your student loans, even if it's not getting all of your goal achievement dollars. So if you're not delinquent and you've got it worked out in your budget and working with your CFP on that, that's fantastic. If you are behind, okay, I would encourage you doing that hard work, that budgeting work, to say, well, are there adjustments that we can make? And they're not going to be easy, guys. Otherwise, if they were easy, you wouldn't be behind, right? So are there hard decisions, adjustments that you can make to find a way to make the payment fit within your budget? And again, it's going to require some trade-offs and some challenges, but is there a way to do it? And I would hope so. And I do think they're working with an advisor, someone that you can, buy an hour of their time or work with them on some coaching. They might be able to show you some ways where adjusting tax withholdings or making some adjustments to some of your other goals, you can make room, or maybe even just setting up the right budgeting system. We have a 3 bank account system that's what I would want everyone to be implementing. And they can find a way to get you on track with your student loans. Right now, today, we've got 42.7 million borrowers that owe, and it's been around $1.7 trillion in student loans. Yes, that's why it's a crisis. More than 5 million borrowers haven't made a monthly payment in over a year, and that's a lot of folks that are in default. 4 million of those are in late stages, meaning they're beyond a 3-month in payments. And they're in bold here. That means 25% of federal student loan borrowers are in default. Yeah, guys, we're in a crisis. If this does apply to you, if you are delinquent, if you're behind, if you're in default, over the next couple weeks, you're going to get an email from the FSA, and it's going to encourage you to reach out to the default resolution group, set up a monthly payment, enroll in income-based repayment, or sign up for loan rehabilitation. So be on the lookout for that, and really work with your CFP, work with them to figure out a way to get back on track and to work through this. Lastly, for those of you with college goals, college planning and education goals for kids, for grandkids, even if you're thinking, yeah, we're not on track and loans are going to be part of that goal, be working with your CFP and develop that plan, okay? Develop the plan of, well, how much could we be saving? What might school cost? How could we get the right loans responsibly? What will be the payback plan for that? Work with your certified financial planner on that. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.